Edgemoor Investment Advisors Inc. raised its holdings in shares of Duke Energy Corporation, New York Stock Exchange DUK, by 17.1% in the second quarter, according to its most recent Form 13F filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The firm owns 75,742 shares of the utilities provider's stock, after buying an additional 11,036 shares during the period. Edgemoor Investment Advisors Inc.'s holdings in Duke Energy Corporation were worth $6,331,000 at the end of the most recent reporting period. Several other hedge funds and other institutional investors have also recently made changes to their positions in the stock. Canandaigua National Bank and Trust Company grew its holdings in shares of Duke Energy Corporation by 8.1% during the first quarter. Canandaigua National Bank and Trust Company now owns 8,420 shares of the utilities provider's stock valued at $689,000, after buying an additional 628 shares during the last quarter. The Compass Bancshares Incorporated boosted its stake in shares of Duke Energy Corporation by 3.7% during the first quarter. The Compass Bancshares Incorporated now owns 17,899 shares of the utilities provider's stock worth $1,468,000, after acquiring an additional 634 shares in the last quarter. DUK Bank Deutsche Rosenthal boosted its stake in shares of Duke Energy Corporation by 6.9% during the first quarter. DUK Bank Deutsche Rosenthal now owns 474,548 shares of the utilities provider's stock worth $39,069,000, after acquiring an additional 30,727 shares in the last quarter. Daiwa Securities Group Incorporated boosted its stake in shares of Duke Energy Corporation by 1.1% during the first quarter. Daiwa Securities Group Incorporated now owns 28,466 shares of the utilities provider's stock worth $2,334,000, after acquiring an additional 300 shares in the last quarter. Finally, Community Bank NA raised its holdings in Duke Energy Corporation by 3.1% in the first quarter. Community Bank NA now owns 5,943 shares of the utilities provider's stock valued at $488,000, after acquiring an additional 179 shares during the last quarter. Hedge funds and other institutional investors own 56.21% of the company's stock.